Good morning from Lou's Labs. We hope everyone has had a great weekend. So we will get into our adoptions to start with. Our adoptions this week were Mississippi Duke, brother to Leo and oh my goodness, Cook. um, Dennis, our handsome chocolate boy. Bella Rose, the sweet yellow girl, and Buzzy, the adorable black pup. They were all adopted. Leo, he had hurt his leg playing, so he was on crate rest until it healed his cut because he kept pulling his stitches out. So anyway, it looks great. He gets his stitches out on Friday. He's a brother to Cook and Mississippi Duke, and he'll be available next weekend to get adopted. So anyway, that's our updates on adoptions. Miss Gracie does have a date this afternoon. My foster, my tripod, who I am just in love with. She is so sweet. And we'll see how that goes. You never know if it's a match or not. But hopefully next week I'll be telling you Gracie was adopted. Okay, new dogs into Lou's Labs. Lydia, that pretty black lab girl. And then our Louie, the handsome black boy. Theo, who I'm going to talk to you about in a minute. And then Chloe, Lady, and Lily. So Chloe, Lady, and Lily, so Chloe's the mom. Lady and Lily are the daughters. And basically their family moved to Florida, and they had their father, the father of the husband, was watching the dogs, and he's elderly, and they just don't think the dogs are getting the care that they need. No fault of his. It's just not the best place for them any longer, and they reached out for rescue help. Now, as much as we would love to keep all three together, because we don't like to split up families, we didn't have a foster for 3 dogs, and shoot, we struggle finding foster adopters for our bonded pairs. I love bonded pairs. Mom and Dad felt that Lily and Lady, the sisters, are bonded, but Chloe, the mom, kind of just does her own thing. She doesn't really engage. She's just not really doesn't appear to be bonded to them. Now, we hope this holds true because we don't want her unhappy, and we'll have to, rectify that situation she was. And then I'm going to be begging somebody to take 3 dogs. Just saying. But anyway, all 3 of them are ours. We did agree to take them, and they come up next weekend. So dogs that arrive next weekend. We had no dogs arrive this weekend because it was Veterans Day. So next weekend we have Lily, Lady, and Chloe, who I just told you about. We have Amos and Mosley, our bonded boys, who are doing fabulous. So just a reminder of their story. Their father passed away. He had 5 dogs, 3 females, and these 2 boys. The grandfather took 3 of the 3 girls to a breeder, but the boys he took to the shelter. And Amos was super scared of the shelter because it's a scary place, but he is doing amazing in his foster home. So we are so excited for both those boys and so happy that they are Lou's Labs boys. So they come up next weekend. And then the Candy litter comes up next weekend. And then Carla, beautiful yellow Carla, and her babies, the Cheers litter, they come up next weekend. Okay, so they're the dogs coming up next weekend. Do you want to give you I'm saving the big discussion piece for last. Do you want to give you a reminder that our online auction is going on, and lots of great items on there. So please go check it out. Not only does it help Lou's Labs save dogs, but you get something in return. So please go check it out. All right. So I think it ends Thursday. Maybe Friday. Sorry. All right. So Theo was originally a part of the celebration litter. They came up here and were adopted in March when they were 2 months old. So first of all, let me just say, when I started Lou's, there's a couple things that me personally, I decided, because it's the only way I know how to be, is me. First of all, transparency is really important to me with you all. Um, it's not your business, my politics or my religious beliefs, my personal life, but the rescue is your business, right? We are a 501c3. We should have complete transparency, and I just, think it is also, though, important for me to tell you the good and the bad, and sometimes just to make a point, because I don't want this to ever happen again, which is really the case here. So this weekend we had someone send us an anonymous email that said one of our dogs, Theo, was living outside with open sores and neglected, and she was concerned because it's cold, right? The night that we got that report, it was going to be 28 degrees outside. I mean, it's crazy. So we drove to the house that he supposedly lived in. We knocked to do a welfare check because it's in our contract, as is don't leave your dogs outside in our contract. And they did not live there. Now, I personally didn't want them to know we were coming because we can do surprise welfare checks. I wanted to see, because also you don't always know, it could have been somebody that just had an axe to grind with them, right? So we pull up there, we see the dog outside, So we call the number we said, we're sending out our holiday Christmas cards. Guys, don't expect a Christmas card for us. There's way too many of you to send Christmas cards to. But this is what we said, just to confirm the address. And he said they still lived at that address. Like, verbatim, write it back to him. Yes, that's where we live. Okay, you're lying. So now I'm super concerned, because why would you lie to us? So we sent an email explaining that we had a call-in about concern about the dog, that we would be doing an immediate welfare check, that if he did not comply with that welfare check, then we would be, you have to submit this paperwork where you can actually get an emergency seizure of the dog before your court date, so we know the dog's safe. So we were going to submit that paperwork and start our court case proceedings. So get the dog safe, and then you're still going to court, right, at that point, and he called back the number that we had called him on earlier, and went off cursing up and down, him and his wife, telling us that I'm not going to use this language, I can't, but the dog was a blank hassle. And his wife was screaming, we're from Missouri, dogs live outside. Okay, what is that line from Wizard of Oz? You're not in Kansas anymore. So that's it. Anyway, and it was a horrific phone call. And so this is taking place on a base, by the way. So we said we will also be informing your base commander, because this is not conduct appropriate for an officer. And by the way, I'm not saying any of this because this is so Celine, thank you, Celine. First of all, thank you to the person that reported this. But thank you, Celine, because Celine is able to remain calm and level-headed. I'm not. During these situations, I am told to talk as little as possible, because the stuff that comes out of my mouth you couldn't say in front of your kids when I'm that mad. And when it comes to the dogs, I seriously see red. So I oh my God. So it's a good thing he didn't call me, because my number was on that email. And if he had called me screaming and cursing at me like that, I would not have remained as professional as Celine. But that's why Celine is in charge of emergencies and things like this, because she's level-headed and I am emotional. So not good. Anyway, I guess he thought about it and decided he didn't want to go to court and do all that. So they agreed to sign the dog back over to us. So Sunday morning we went back to base, and he met us in front of the MPs. We wanted MPs with us because Celine was very uncomfortable by his screaming, yelling, cursing. I wasn't. I was like, let him hit me. It'd be a reason for me to really go after him. But again, Celine's logical and reasonable, and I'm not. So we meet in front of the MPs, and basically get the dog. But he said right in front of the MPs that, we were crazy. We expected dogs to be inside dogs and not outside dogs. Dude, you signed the contract. Your AC went over it with you. Your home check went over it with you. Your foster, who is, I know his foster, she makes every adopter, she reads out loud every line on the contract. So, and he knew, and he admitted in front of the MPs that he let the dog out. Theo has a big spot on his nose. Otherwise, he does look good. So there are times, so then somebody on my page last night, my personal page, because people just love to go on my page, even though they're my friends, but I don't really know them, and express their opinion about how I should run my life and do things. And it's annoying, rescue. But they're like, you could scare future adopters off from returning a dog. And I'm like, no. This guy wasn't going to return the dog, people. Because we're still sending a letter to his base commander, by the way. Yes. Is it going to end his career? No. But they need to know what the officer is up to. How he's acted. All of these things. But anyway, that it might scare people from returning dogs. This guy wasn't going to call us to turn the dog in. They said their son was allergic. That's why the dog had to go out. What they should have done is called us immediately and returned the dog when that came about. Why they would think it's a good life for a dog to live outside is beyond me. They didn't really love Theo. If they did, they would have returned him to rescue so he could have found a home that would give him the life he deserved. But they didn't do that. And they would have never called us if that amazing neighbor, who I wish we knew their name so I could send them flowers and balloons and thank you kisses, had not reported it. They would have never turned him in because they think it's okay for him to be outside when it's 26 degrees or whatever. It's crazy. So we do have people return dogs, and usually it's a very good reason, and we're very happy to take the dog and make another match for them. But if you're leaving a dog outside, you should be afraid of me. I don't care if he should be. And anybody that treats a dog like that is never going to actively call us and say, I want to turn the dog back. It comes to somebody reporting them, which is what happened. So my response to that is, if my reaction to this scares somebody off from adopting from us, good. Don't adopt. Because it's never going to be okay to mistreat one of our babies. We do not save them from dying, which is what we do, because we're all in shelters that are high-kill shelters. We do not save them from dying to then have somebody mistreat them. We save them from situations like that. So I'm devastated that one of our adopters did that. So anyway, that is, now, let me just say, Theo is so sweet and loving, and you can tell he's not been like abused. You can, because I was worried about that because of how that dude reacted on the phone. I'm like, I hope that dog isn't like hand shy or anything, but he's just happy, loving boy. He's good with other dogs. He's great. He's a great dog. He's beautiful. He's an amazing dog. But he is available. He is back safe. With his original foster mom, who had him when he was a puppy at 2 months. But I did want to tell you guys that I don't know. I swear it's just my frustration. Like, I don't understand. I just don't understand that mentality. I don't. But what I know is it's never going to be okay with one of our babies. And I'm not going to pretend it is. And I'm going to scream it from the top of the highest mountain I can find. I will go on Fox 5 and be like, it's not okay. It's not. I don't care who gets upset by it. If someone gets upset because our dog shouldn't be outside, if someone's upset because we're sending a letter to his, and that's one of the things, we're sending it to his base commander, and they're like, he gave you what you wanted, he turned the dog. I don't care that I was going to get that dog back anyway. And his base commander still needs to know he should not be allowed to have another dog as long as they're in control of the situation on base. I never told him that we would not. In fact, when we got the dog, I said, I will be sending a letter to your base commander. Told him right to his face. What we will not do is now go to court over this, which is what he gained by making this decision. But I am not going to just pretend that he didn't do anything wrong, because he did. I can't control what they do, but I'm at least going to report it. So anyway, you can tell that really upset me this weekend. He is safe now, so we're going to move forward. I hope if you're watching this and you want to adopt Theo and you put in an application, you're one of our approved adopters. He's an amazing boy. Obviously, we want the very best home for him. And, if you do adopt him, you're super, super duper lucky because he is just full of kisses. He does get sick in the car, by the way. He got sick in my car, and we knew. The guy did tell us that. Now you could tell he had breakfast that morning. I would probably say if he's going to go on a car trip, not to feed him before that trip. Like, we don't feed our dogs before we transport them. That morning they don't eat, just for that reason. But it was okay. It wasn't a messy throw up. It's still sitting there. I might have time to clean it up. Anyway, okay, so that is a story on Theo. And because this is so long, I'm going to stop it there. But I did want you guys to be aware of the situation. And that's it. So it actually ended up happy. This is good news because he's safe and he's not sleeping outside any longer in the cold. So this is a wonderful update, actually, because now we have him safe. So until next week, see you later.